Okay, so if you're watching this, it's probably because you're on your Sigma grind set hustle arc and you're looking for a cheat code at making money. I get it. I went through it. We all go through it. But basically, if you're looking for a way to make some money to supplement your day job income, then I can offer you a suggestion. I could recommend something that I've done that was pretty cheap to start and that made me some pretty decent money. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to buy you, let's say, a Porsche, then this probably isn't it. I mean, you could try, it can be done, anything can be done, but all I can give you is my experience. And I will say that it's going to pay for a quarter of my new car, so that's kind of the biggest move that my broke ass could conjure, my dude. So here's what I did. What I did was I started an anime sticker business. I wasn't really sure what I was doing at the time, but I did my research and I saw that people were making money online selling stickers, specifically anime stickers. That's a niche that I know, that I'm familiar with, so that's what I looked into. Although, I will say, the real money makers in the sticker business, and let's say probably any artistic business, are the designs so pro demonetization, I'm not even going to spend the time editing the blurred image in. So, what I did here was I spent $300 on a cutting machine and about $200 on a printer. So it wasn't a huge investment at all. I mean, it sucked because I could have spent that $500 on like, I don't know, VR or like 10 back massages. But I also spent money on envelopes, sticker paper, printer paper, ink, plastic bags to protect the stickers inside the envelope. But all that should run you less than $100. And of course, you can find better deals out there, but this is just what I used. So in total, you're looking at around $600 of startup costs. Whereas your alternative recommendation here is to spend $1 million on a McDonald's. So, make your choice wisely. As for where I sold my stickers, I ended up going with Etsy. Of course, there's other services out there. There's even ones that print and ship the stickers for you, but naturally they take a bigger cut from your profits. So I went with Etsy, and financially it was great for me, especially because I was able to keep the cost of every order so low. I ended up with like 70% profit, right? They say aim for 20%. I got 70%, so definitely did that right. Now, the most expensive cost from every order is going to come from the shipping costs. If you offer free shipping, which you will offer free shipping, right? Because you're not an amateur. You need to compete here with the other stores, right? You're going to put free shipping. Just trust me on that. But at 2 ounces an envelope and sending these regular mail, that was like less than $1 for me. So it's not a huge dent in your profits, right? One of the most important factors here is making your product around an already existing brand or idea. Like One Piece, for example, very popular anime right now. Well, I mean, it's always been, but there's other ones. There's Naruto, Dragon Ball, anything with a huge fan base. It doesn't even have to be anime related. It could be Marvel or DC Comics. I'm just listing things that I'm familiar with, but anything with a specific audience that is actually searching for these. Just think of what you like. You like jazz, then look up jazz stickers. You can actually probably find that. So keep in mind if people will be looking for the product you are selling. And honestly, starting this business exceeded my expectations. Of course, there are always ways to ensure that you make more money, but it can get hard to manage the store while also getting all the orders out every day, especially when you already have a day job. And that's important. This is the part that I want to make very clear. To make something successful, you have to commit to it. Every day, no matter what's happening in your life, you're going to get orders and you have to get them out. If you can get your orders out on time, respond to messages within a specific deadline, then you'll get yourself a nice little star seller status, which is going to help you grow your sales, and it's going to definitely make your shop look more legit. Also, I'm going to post a graph here of my chart starting in May, which is when I opened the shop, and going all the way through December. As you can see, in May, I only had 4 orders, and then in November, which ended up being my biggest month, I had 185 orders. So that was pretty good growth in a short amount of time. And my biggest money makers here were the bundles that made me about $12 to $15. So there's a lot to print out and prepare after work. Luckily, I had things set up to be efficient and getting orders out, but the reason that I quit is that I was already having issues with my sticker paper supplier where I had weird texture on it and the machine couldn't read it as well. So I had to basically troubleshoot and figure out what the issue was in the first place, and then decide that the issue was the paper, and then shop around for a better supplier, get the new paper, test it out. And keep in mind, during this time, my dad had just passed away unexpectedly. And then immediately after, I got sick for like 2 weeks. So I already felt drained enough. It didn't help that I was now shitting my brains out. And amidst the chaos that was my life, I still had to print, cut, and send out orders every day. I was, in a sense, suffering from success, right? And I realized that it's too much for me as one person to do this on my own. Luckily, I had my girlfriend to help me out when things got tough, but not everybody has that. Not everybody's going to have someone to help them. So, biggest tip here is to plan ahead. And I'm telling you all of this because if you're looking for recommendations like the ones out there telling you to advertise affiliate marketing links to the audience that you don't have, then please get a day job. That shit will not keep your lights on. In fact, I wish I had figured this out specifically when I was in college, because back then I put up with so much bullshit for just playground money. And like, I'm talking dog shit, peasant baby. It's probably more valuable to burn it for warmth than to actually spend it type money. And of course, $600 would have hurt me back then. But I would have been able to quit my day job. And isn't that the American dream, baby? To make your money your way and then, end up investing 80% of it into a pyramid scheme. I mean, a multi-level marketing scheme. Sorry. To follow people on Twitter that post what stocks they're recommending to their audience, just so you can maybe get a crumb off that pump and dump for yourself. No, honestly, dude, just start a sticker business. Or maybe sell something else. I don't know. Basically, if you can craft anything you would be looking to buy on Etsy, then it's probably worth selling. You'll be grinding that capitalism on 2x hard mode. Or, rather, 3x, right? Because considering taking care of yourself, mentally and physically, is its own job, my fellow Sigma kings and queens. So, take my recommendation, don't take my recommendation. Just make sure that whatever business you're going to start, whatever you're trying to do to make you more money, you don't suffer in the process, because that will impact your work, that will impact your business most definitely. So always keep that in mind, and if this helped anybody, you're welcome.